Hello everyone, and welcome to our last lesson together for VBS Mystery Island. Today's mystery is something I want you to guess. I'm thinking of something sparkly, you can wear it on jewelry, and it's very expensive. What do you think I'm talking about? A diamond, yes! Do you know what a diamond is? People do wear diamonds because they are worth a lot. They are very valuable, and they're also strong and steady, and they won't break. God is like a diamond because he's by far the most valuable of all. He's much more valuable than a diamond or any other jewel, and even more valuable than all the money in the world. He's a steady rock of love, kindness, and goodness. We can totally trust him. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel 17 that there were two armies that were fighting. One army, the Israelite army, was for God, and the other army, the Philistine army, was against God. Boo. The army that was against God had a giant of a man called Goliath. Goliath was over 9 feet tall. Nobody is that tall anymore, but Goliath was huge. Can you look up and say, Goliath, you're tall? Let's do it together. Goliath, you're tall. Goliath was big. All the people in the Lord's army were scared of him. Goliath kept shouting at them every day and trying to get someone to fight him. This was making the Israelite army scared. They were forgetting that they had God on their side. Should they have been scared? No. A teenager named David came along one day to bring food to his brothers. David heard Goliath yelling out mean words. David knew who God is, and he trusted God. So when he heard Goliath saying things against God, he knew God would fight the battle and win, because God is more powerful than Goliath or anyone else. So David was taken to the Israelite king named Saul. David told King Saul that he would fight Goliath. At first, Saul didn't think it was a good idea because David was so young, but then he agreed. So they dressed David in a helmet and armor, but David wasn't used to all of that, so he took it all off. Can you believe that David wanted a sling and some stones, and that's it? Now it was time for David and Goliath to fight each other. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes Goliath, and here comes David. Who do you think is going to win? Goliath comes running down toward David, shouting at him and ready to hurt him. But David told him the battle belongs to the Lord. David took a stone out of his bag and put it in his sling. He sent a stone flying right at Goliath, and it hit Goliath right in the forehead. Goliath fell on his face and died that very minute. Which army do you think was cheering now? The Israelites. So David won for his army because he trusted God. And David continued to trust God in the rest of his life, even though he didn't always obey God. You can read much more about David in the Bible, including songs that he wrote. They show that even if he started doubting a little, he always came around and remembered that he could trust in our wonderful, loving God. It has been such a wonderful week with you. Remember all the things you learned about our wonderful God. He is great, almighty, ruler, Emmanuel, and trustworthy. And he loves you more than you could ever know. Bye, Islanders.